Hi, welcome back to the Arcade Repair Tips video series. Today we're going to do a tool test on a brand new tool that we just picked up for cutting plexiglass. This is the Weller Thermal Boost TB100, and it kind of looks like a soldering gun. It actually had a solder tip in there to begin with, and I changed out and put this scoring tip in here. It also can be used to cut foam and a few other things, but we, especially in video game repair, want to try to cut plexiglass with it. So all I did was plug it in. It starts heating up. It has a trigger here. It told us in the instructions that you only use the trigger when you really need to get for just a few seconds. We're not going to use the trigger much, but we got a piece of plexiglass here, and I'm using a square as my straight edge. Also, it's metal, so this won't hurt it any. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to run this down real slowly to try to score this. We're just going to go through this real slow. All we're trying to do basically is score it. And we're really having to hold this level down so that it doesn't move. If you have some clamps, it'd probably be a good idea to clamp this on your workbench. We're just wanting to try this tool out today. Already we've experienced you kind of just have to get it at the right speed. You go too fast and you're not scoring deep enough. If you go too slow, then you kind of overscore it. So just kind of a real steady motion here. I'm going to go through it a couple times. Again, just following my guide. Three times always a charm. Just to get a really good score. Now, once that's scored, it looks pretty straight, we should be able to take and break this. There we go. I might need to file that just a little to get the little sharp edges off. But as you saw, it cut pretty straight and was able to make that cut real easily.
Okay guys, so we're actually going to use the Thermal Boost 100 here. I'm going to help Tim hold it down because it does get a little flimsy. But we're going to use it to cut this marquee here. Let's move it up a little bit, Tim, so you can get kind of an end on that side too. And then we're here, and I'm going to hold it down for Tim while he actually takes it and scores it. We found that the key is definitely to go slow, right?
Yeah, and I always have a habit of trying to speed things up, so I'm just going to take my time.
It takes patience here. And
you can smell it burning.
Yeah,
so
and you can see the smoke coming off of it from our angle. I don't know if the camera's capturing that, but I definitely see smoke coming off of it as we're doing it. Which is better than what you get with like the normal plexi tool, Tim. Obviously, you get like just little shards of plexi because it's more of a cutting motion. This is more of a burning that we're doing here to give us a really good score. Should be worth noting that I got this on sale for $10. I know in the video that we mentioned $30, but you know, you can get them. We've seen them around 20. It looks like we didn't get that spot really good. They kind of like little gapping there. And it's hard to keep it consistent. Definitely hard to keep it consistent.
It's hard cutting plexiglass anyway and having it real super consistent.
Right.
So part of me, you know, I always want to go a little faster than it.
You did the top part really nice, but it's just hard this part right here.
I'm coming back on this pretty good.
And part of it's we got an uneven surface too. If we put a piece of wood on this, it might actually work better. Huh?
On your workbench or something.
Right, we're just doing it in the back of the pickup.
First time we've ever done this.
And you can actually, like I said, see it burning, which is really cool. And you can pretty much stick in the same groove too, which is nice. Gonna come up a little bit closer on you there, Tim. Once you get the first groove, it seems like it's easier to get the next, right?
Mm-hmm.
The next, so the second and third go through is not nearly as hard as the first go through because you kind of have to define that line.
So not super fast,
No.
but still, I do like this tool. Seems I could see it having some uses in certain areas. Should we try it yet, or one more time?
I think 3. You said 3 is a charm in the video. I think we're going to
Okay.
continue to go. And I think the top's better than the bottom. We might need to go over the bottom part one more time. Should be noted that if you guys have a better way to cut plexiglass besides like the $10 scoring tool or our little Weller thermal boost here, that you should send it in to us. Right there, that little hard part right there, Tim, looks like it's a little rough. Yeah, you see it?
Maybe I'll try what it says. Occasionally you can hit this trigger
And get right through there, yeah. And then pull, okay, there you
get a
go.
little boost.
Yeah, so there's rougher spots down there. Okay. Okay, so we did 3 times on this. This is a longer piece, guys, remember. So we're going to put it on the edge of the truck. Tim's going to put some pressure on. And look at that. Actually did it pretty good. I would say that's pretty straight, Tim. And of course, we still have the plexi stuff, so we probably need some scissors, Tim. I'll tell you what, I'll grab a box cutter.
Yeah, not bad. That's just the plastic holding it on. They did cut pretty straight.
So it's pretty much 3 times, right, Tim?
I'll just tear it off like this.
Okay.
Look at that. Pretty straight. Well, as you can see, it cut this piece pretty straight and good. Of course, this was a shorter piece. We did seem to have a little more issue when we tried to cut a longer piece, kind of a longer length like you would have on a marquee. But overall, it did pretty good. I think a couple key tips would be to go slow and go over it a couple times. Also, having the metal square to use as a straight edge. I would not try to freehand this. But for $30, I think it's a good tool to put in your toolbox. Probably a lot better than the $10 scoring tool. Maybe not quite as good as, say, a water jet cutter or even a table saw. But for the most part, it did help. And it also has some other tips, like you could do some soldering with it. Also is made for cutting rope, cutting foam. Has a couple of more tips that came with this kit that might come in handy in some other uses. So for $30 or less, I do recommend this. I think it could be, the more I get used to it, the probably the easier it will get. Just again, go slow and put some pressure on it and have a good straight edge. Maybe even clamp that down or something would probably help you. Well, anyway, this is our review of the Weller TB100, which is a thermal boost cutting tool and very simple to use. I like it, so I'm going to definitely have to pick one of these up for my toolbox. Again, thank you for watching the Arcade Repair Tips video series. When you fix a game or you fix the marquee, you put it on and play.